Good morning. This is Carlos. Starting my 90-minute run. I'm at Thetis Lake, trying to get to Stewart Mountain. Not sure how this is going to work out, but it's an adventure. I'm taking the steepest trails to start with. Hopefully there'll be some more running later on, after a little bit of
Time 3 minutes. Distance
hiking.
32 kilometers. Average heart rate 119. Workout average pace 9 minutes 24 seconds per kilometer.
Okay. This, if I get to Stewart Mountain, it'll be about 12k each way. 12k in total. But I'm giving myself 45 minutes each way. This is a very large expanse of wilderness. There's a pretty sprightly person behind me. Pretty soon we'll get a choice of trails, because I've asked it to direct me to Stewart Mountain.
Time 9 minutes. Distance 0.95 kilometers. Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 9 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
9:29. Yeah, I'd be lucky to do 9 minutes or better. There are some pretty good runnable sections coming up. Beautiful view of the top end of Thetis Lake as I head off into the wilderness away from the lake's shore. Yeah, I'm going to pause and check my map in a second. But with this many trails, it should be able to find many alternate routes depending on where I ask it. Hello. Hi. Is this the way towards Stewart Mountain?
I haven't taken it to Stewart Mountain before.
Okay.
I know there's another trail that's just up here and you cut and go up to the right.
I think that might be it.
Okay.
But it's confusing. I don't want to get too far off course.
Yeah.
No, and
no kidding.
things are not well marked.
No.
Well, once you leave the lake,
Yeah.
it gets confusing.
Ah.
Well, good luck.
Oh, thank you. I do have a phone in case I need to call for emergency backup.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
before, eh? Yeah, this looks very familiar.
Zone 3.
I should have 2 apps tracking my progress today. Both of them I should be able to follow back from where I started. I guess I'm exploring again. Exploring the boundaries of my playground.
Time 15 minutes. Distance 1.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 9 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer.
9:11. Yep, and I'm still climbing. Pretty soon I'll be running along the flats. I'm hoping anyway. And then I'll look at my map. I promise to look at my map when I get to the top of this climb. All right, time to check the map. It really is quite beautiful here, scenic and wooded. So I'm almost 2 kilometers into this run, trying to switch apps. Give it a second or two to refresh. I guess I could take a picture while I'm waiting. So it knows where I am, and it knows where I'm going, and I'm still on course. That's good. So this is
Zone
pretty
2.
much
Zone 1.
where the running will begin now that I've had a chance to cool off a little bit, do my navigating. Yep. Let me just double check that the map is still correct.
Time 18 minutes. Distance 1.68 kilometers. Average heart rate 119. Workout average pace 9 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
All right. Running again on the Seabourn Trail. Yes, indeed. Following my blue dots all the way to
Zone 2.
Stewart Mountain. I don't think I'll get too close, but that's okay. It's been an experience to be back in the woods again. Just losing my straps here. My heart rate is getting loose. Not my heart rate, but you know what I mean, the strap. I'm not making contact with my skin. Alright. So I would say that was about a 2-minute interruption of pace that I'm dealing with now as I traipse along the Seabourn Trail. Yeah, this is a little more runnable now. But it's definitely all hands on deck for vision. I flipped my glasses up,
Time for hydration.
hoping reminded to drink, which is what I'm going to do now. Perfect. I think my sports drink today is 2.5 teaspoons of sugar in 450 mils of water with a splash of tea and a pinch of half salt for good measure.
Zone 2. Time 21 minutes. Distance 1.9 kilometers. Average heart rate 120. Workout average pace 10 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer.
10:58. You see, this stuff really does chew up your pace. But that's okay. I'm just trying to keep body and soul together, as they say. There's been a lot of blowdown here since I was last on this trail. There's lots of pretty large trees across the course of this trail. But the main object today is to record a show, not to get lost, and to remain vertical throughout. Okay.
Zone 3.
This is another trail option that I think I shall still continue to go down.
Zone 2.
Seabourn seems to be following this creek bed. I didn't really want to go up just yet because it was not only just steep up but also in the opposite direction to where my human compass is telling me that I have to go. Wow, this is really closed in. There's Spanish moss hanging down. Lots of swamp type vegetation here. This would be a quagmire in the winter, which is when we used to run this trail. Mostly all winter long the parking is free, so we could all drive here and park in the parking lot. But then in the summer they stick a price for parking, so that it kind of discourages a lot of the groups from organizing our outings from here, because they have to find quite distant parking. When I get to the 45 minutes,
Time 24 minutes. Distance 2.10 kilometers. Average heart rate 123. Workout average pace 11 minutes 23 seconds per kilometer.
alright, this is where I check again. I'm still following the creek bed, but there is a chance to cross at this stage if that is the right way to go.
Average heart rate 129. Workout average pace 11 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
I have taken pictures from here before, so now I'm going to have to re-navigate this way, I believe, and see where it takes me.
Zone 2.
Zone 2, that's not too bad. I am going downhill after all. Yeah, I can enjoy this
Zone 3.
kind of running for most of the day. At this kind of effort, that is. Zone 2, Zone 3. This is definitely a trail I've been on before. Whether it'll take me to Stewart Mountain, I don't know. It might do. But as I know I'm not going to get there, it'll definitely get me to my turnaround spot, wherever that might be. And then I can turn around and come back. Alright, so I think that's probably enough video for today. One last little glory zone here, and then I'll shut it down and continue
Zone 3.
with my progress. It just gets better and better. Trail porn at its best. Alright, I'm just putting away my camera, and I'm off again on this glorious creek side trail. It's not the same as a creek bed trail. A creek bed trail is what you get on Mount Douglas here. This is much more of an open, swampy area, so you don't get trails following the creek bed because they're full of ferns and water mostly, so they follow the edge of the creek.
Zone 2. Time 36 minutes. Distance 3.06 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 11 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, that's slower than I walk. But there has been some very slow hikes and some pretty slow jogs in this outing so far. I won't be able to make up any time today. Not until I start on my return journey. On my return journey. Well, this is looking very encouraging. Let me get back to it. I was just given a hydration reminder, which I took, and I'm now approaching my turnaround spot. Got a little turnaround there,
Zone 3.
but because I only have 5 more minutes, let's say, in this direction, I figured that I could wing it. When I get back, I'll see how logical my route was. Something will keep track of my route. I'm sure the Ice Smooth Run lady is still working for me. And the Map Me man should be able to get me back, one way or the other by
Zone 3.
recognized trails. That's the nice thing about it. It re-navigates on the fly.
Time 42 minutes. Distance 3.54 kilometers. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 11 minutes 52 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, I'll be lucky if I can get
Zone 2.
8 kilometers out of this run. I think I walked 8 kilometers yesterday, quicker than I'm going to be running these 8. It's ironic, isn't it? On a flat course, I can walk faster than I can run on this kind of stuff. Mind you, I couldn't walk as fast as I could on a flat course. So, 3 minutes more, and I think I will be approaching Highland Road. Not too sure about that, but it looks very familiar to me. This is like the Mackenzie Creek Trail. I think that's what it's called. So we'll listen out for the girl to tell me to turn, and then I shall record a few little snippets on the way back. This is the fastest I've been moving all day. But it doesn't last long. Pretty soon you're going down. And then you're going up. But there is a little man-made bridge here that would have taken me over the swamp. It's always fun to explore, and I have enough knowledge of this park and enough energy and supplies to get me safely out of here and back onto my e-bike for the return journey. So I wasn't too concerned if I was still heading towards Stewart Mountain because, as I say, I wasn't going to get there. So now I'm just running out the clock. Yep, I think this might be the back of the nudists.
Time 45 minutes. Distance 3.81 kilometers. Average heart rate 129. Workout average pace 11 minutes 47 seconds per kilometer. Halfway to your goal.
Okay, so now I'm turning back. But, 130 plus heart rate is not at all bad. I'd have trouble maintaining that on the e-bike unless I switch the motor off. But the e-bike is very much like riding an exercise bike. You choose the resistance you want and you pedal for as long as you need to either get where you're going or get your time goal. So this is the enchanted forest here with a myriad of roots stretching out like tendrils, like neurons. Alright, so before I get too poetic, I will pause this once again to give the rest of the run a chance to appear on our show.
Time 54 minutes.
So having checked my map, I'm now taking a slightly different route on the way back, just to get a slightly different scenery. This is Seabourn Trail once again, the other side of the creek. There's lots of elevation change here. I have to be careful not to lose my footing.
Time for hydration.
Time for hydration. Thank you, lady.
Time 1 hour. Distance 4.92 kilometers. Average heart rate 113. Workout average pace 12 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer. Zone 2.
Yep. Got to factor in those map breaks. I don't have the auto pause because in the deep forest here it would be losing the signal too often, giving me totally erroneous data points. You need to have continuous tracking to get as accurate a route as you can. So I'm looking forward to a flurry of activity once again this weekend coming up. Today is hump day. I'm sure Jim is going to be itching to record something, and I'm sure Anthony could record something on his voice recorder and post it somewhere useful, somewhere where he can practice his chops, as they say. Another guy who is pretty good on the mic is Chris Darling. I believe in his church he runs the mic and he plays the keyboards. Good people to have in your corner when it's down to voice recording. Pioneers in their way of the noble art. Alright, down again. Finally, I get some down. As I go past a huge Gary oak tree, standing proud. I've made a mental note to myself. I'll check the map once I get over this next hump. This looks a little bit like the Gary Oak Meadows, but without the Gary Oak. This is like in between Highland Arbutus and Douglas Fir as the predominant trees.
Time 1 hour 3 minutes. Distance 5.12 kilometers. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 12 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
So that 128 represents middle effort running and hiking, which is pretty good for today. It will be 30 plus degrees later on. But I don't need to tell you the weather. Okay, so Seabourn Trail continues along the side of the creek, I guess. Maybe this is the Colquitt's Creek. Not sure. They all look alike at this stage. Very much like Jurassic Park 2 million years ago it would have looked. Nothing of this millennium is visible. Oh, I tell a lie. Here is a signpost. Oh, I know where I am. This is the top of the lake. All right.
Workout average pace 11 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so I have got below 12. If I can get back to 10 and a half, that would be the same pace as I walked yesterday. Continuous, fast walk on the flat. And this is non-continuous hilly trail hiking with some running on the flats. Basically, I haven't heard zone 4 yet, so I'm good with that. Going over the aluminum bridge, the aluminium bridge. Well-made bridge. The story goes that the local technical college was instructed to recruit welders to learn how to weld aluminum because they had this, project in mind to build what they termed a fast cat, which is a catamaran that they were using to ferry people to and from the mainland. And it was basically aluminum in construction. So they needed more aluminum welders. But anyway, after 10 years, the Fast Cat project was scrapped, and they had all these highly trained, well-paid aluminum welders with no work to do. I have 2 blue people behind me. They're wearing blue, that's what I mean by blue people. You get a lot of half-baked mental imagery from this guy. Up we go. This is one of the big hills. It is switchbacked as the blue people go by me. Good work. Hi.
How are you?
Not bad. My days of running this hill are over. That's right. Well done, you two. And the dog. Hello. And the next big hill. The blue people are hiking up ahead of me. And I'm hiking too. Haven't had any zone changes lately. This probably means I'm smack bang in the middle of zone 3. Alright. Back at it. Hi.
Time 1 hour 15 minutes. Distance 6.44 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 11 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer. Zone 4.
Zone 4. How about that? On a downhill.
Zone 3.
I'm just going to say, it should change down as I approach the finish. Alright, so the final push to the beach. I see there's one person swimming already. I am planning to swim as well, just to clean off the sweat. And then I will probably go to the 6 Mile pub. for my lunch. I used to go there all the time with Sandy when we ran here together back in the 90s. So here we go. My bike is in sight. Yep, I can see the rear carrier. And here there are a few people. There's some kayakers, some open water swimmers, and some sunbathers.
Time 1 hour 18 minutes.
Nice refreshing dip in the lake. Bye-bye.